Hi everyone, so today I'm going to show you a very interesting game between youngest grandmaster ever, Abhimanyu Mishra against Carlsen, and this was played at Aimchess Rapid Play-in. So let's quickly jump into the game. So Mishra started with d4, knight f6 from Carlsen, c4 e6, the Nimzo Indian, and this knight f3 is anti-Nimzo, d5, and here g3 is so-called Catalan opening. Here the main moves are to take this pawn here or play bishop to e7, but actually Carlsen plays this check, and the point of this check is that after bishop to d2, black goes to d6, actually in this case, but it can go also to e7, and the point is that now bishop here on d2 is misplaced. It would be better placed here on c3 or even on b2. So now knight to c3 was played. Let's actually also examine this Carlsen's move. Bishop to d6 is quite rare, but let's say if white pushes c5, then bishop to e7, and b4 can be met by b6. So actually this move isn't that good. I mean c5. So in this position, Mishra played knight to c3. Again, very interesting move by Carlsen, knight c6. He wants to get out of theory out of the book as soon as possible. Bishop to g2 was played. Now castle, castle. Of course, very good developing moves. And here dc4 was played. Yes, of course, if we play h6, now white can play c5. And actually this position is quite good for white. So it was necessary to take this pawn here on c4. Bishop to g5. Yes, a little bit unusual move. The main line is queen to a7, a4. h6 was played. Now we just take a knight, queen takes. Rook goes to c1 to target this pawn on c4. Queen e7, knight b5. Of course, very good move to go for this bishop. So bishop goes to b4, a3, and here bishop to a5 was played. Actually, in this position, the computer recommends playing a6, and after knight takes c7, we can take with a queen, a b4, b5, and b3. And actually, white is still better in this position, but not as much as in this, after bishop to a5. Now rook takes a pawn, rook d8, and here Mishra goes a little bit crazy, and he takes this knight on c6, sack a rook, which is a little bit too much. I think e3 would be normal, solid move, and he plays this move against Carlsen. So okay, very applause for that, for bravery. So b c6, knight goes to e5. Of course, yes, we cannot take because that would hang a rook. And here it's very nice move by Carlsen. He plays bishop to d7 to defend it from this side. If black would play bishop to b7, now we can play queen to c2, and we cannot take here because that would lose the bishop, and also rook is under attack. So very good move by Carlsen, bishop to d7. Now white takes pawn on c6. Bishop to e8 was played. Now Carlsen gave back a rook. Rook takes, knight c3, c5, and here actually computer suggests knight e4, but Mishra goes for d5, which actually wasn't that good move, because now rook to d8, of course, and here actually computer suggests playing d6, and after rook takes, just queen to c2, and white has some compensation for sacrificed pawn. But actually in this position Mishra played knight to c4. Now very good move by Carlsen. Of course we have to take that knight. It was necessary. Now d6, but now it's a little bit too late. Queen b7, b c3, and here very good move by Carlsen, c6, and we attack this pawn. So that was the point of queen to a6, and also we attack this knight here. Here, if queen to d3 would be played to defend this knight, but now bishop to b5 would be awful for white, actually losing. So white decided to play knight to e5. But now rook takes on d6, queen c2, and here we have to chase the knight away, and knight to f3 was played. Actually, here in this position, computer recommends knight to g4, sorry, and after queen takes on a3, knight e3. So that was the point, that nice maneuver. So knight goes to e3, and now we threaten to jump on c4. So after queen to a6, very interesting move, again suggested by computer, f3, and we keep maybe rook to b1, and king can go to f2. So white is still holding in this position, but after knight to f3, Carlsen just took here on a3, and notice now that this knight here is a little bit misplaced. A rook to b1 was played, queen a4. Now we exchange the queens. That's of course is beneficial for black. Rook b8 check, but now just king to f7, and here computer suggests rook to c8, but Mishra goes for rook to a8. Let's see just this line, rook to c8, rook c6, rook b8. Now we threaten this check, and if rook to c7, we would just bring the king into the game. So okay, black is still better, but maybe it's holdable. But after this rook to a8, a6 was played, rook a7 check, king g8, and here computer again suggests rook to c7, but white goes for knight to e1. Rook here to the d1 was played. Even better would be bishop here, and after king to f1, rook d2, knight d3, takes, rook takes d3, rook takes a6, and king f7, rook a7, king g6, rook a6, and king to f5. So black would be totally winning after bishop to b5, but Carlsen plays rook to d1. Now king to f1 was played. Now bishop goes here, oh, very nice diagonal. Rook here to c7, and actually in this position computer suggests just playing e5, but Carlsen goes for c4. And here in this position you can pause the video and figure out what's the best defense for white. I can give you a couple of seconds. So yeah, the best move in this position is, believe it or not, f4, and not what Mishra played, f3, which is actually a mistake. Let's examine f4. What's the point of f4? If rook to c1, of course, we attack this knight, this pawn. King to f2 can be played, and now when we take a pawn, knight goes to f3. A knight is beautiful here because we threaten to jump here, threaten to take this pawn, maybe bishop, maybe a rook can come and play like that. But when we play f3, notice that now knight cannot jump to f3 because pawn is already on f3. So a very beautiful move. A rook c1, king f2, rook takes, and now knight goes to g2, but now knight here is very passive, and it will take a time to go here. So rook to c2 was played, knight f4, c3, now we attack here, probably some e5 will come, right? King to e1, yes, e5, knight jumps to h5, rook takes on e2, king d1, c2 check, now we take with the rook, rook c2, king takes, now it's only a matter of technique, bishop to e2, g4, bishop takes f3, h3, and after bishop to g2, actually white resigned, and because black would pick all of these pawns and he will win the game. So yeah, again, Carlsen is back. He's probably very angry because of bad result at Norway chess, and he seeks revenge. So yeah, good luck to him. Again, very amazing performance by him. So guys, thanks for watching. As always, Please like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Bye.